Hi, this is Bill Tainter. I'm going to do a little training video for you on trend line trading. This is extremely impressive how the euro dollar reacted today on a 5-minute chart. And what I'm doing here is I'm using the market replay, and I'm just going to start cranking this thing up, and let's watch how this develops. And I may pause and come back in and out here a little bit, but today is January 18th. It's the afternoon, and I'm going to just kind of walk through this real quick. And what I'm going to show you is pivot points. I'm going to connect highs and lows, and you're going to see how it respects these levels. And then I'll bring in the news just to show you what the news is. And what I was really amazed at was today how the news did not impact or alter trend line stability. I'm trying to think of the words here. How do I explain this? I mean, the rules of they were respected, I guess is a safe word. So we're gonna draw some lines here, and we are going to show you how these trend lines are respected. So all I do is this. I just connected from these high to lows, and now we're going to watch how the market interacts with this line. Okay, so that's 2 touch points. Okay, and it's going along and it's going along. Okay, then I'm going to grab it again because we're going to watch how it's going to come down. It's going to break through and set up another touch point, which is going to set the tone for the entire day through London and the New York session. Okay, so watch what happens. I'm going to connect it from here and just bring it out here and be ready because it's going to come down. So it stays above there, and then all of a sudden, I understand horizontal support and resistance, but what I'm kind of maturing in is trend line breaks and retests, and it is pretty powerful when you align the clusters, the thermal price grids, with the candle patterns and the trend lines. So as you can see here, it's spiked, but look at how it's struggling now there. See how it breaks? Now let's see if it does a retest to the grid, or to the thermal grid or this line. And I just connected that right there. Now let's see. Okay, it's coming down further. Okay. See, now it depends. Look at this. If you're right here trading this, look how it breaks. It does a retest within a pip, so now it's going down. Okay, so it's going down, and then if you put this line, look how it supports, breaks, but then it immediately closes above. So you go, okay, fine, that's my bottom. Now watch. It's going to go along here, and let's see what it does as it rises. Okay, we call that like a back. Look at that. Look at that. How it's coming up along that back touch from these first 2 points. See how it's slowed down, breaks above, then it's coming through. Okay, keep watching it. And what I'm looking for is hold on, let me double check to make sure I have this right. Yeah, it's London. Okay, watch. Okay, so here it comes into London. It's going to set up that low and that high. So now watch. I connect from this to here. Let's see if there's a back test. I'm going to wait. Okay, so it goes off this London's low, which, look at that, lines up with the thermal grid. Okay, so now see how this broke, retested, but see now here's where you watch out, because this is the London open and it's the Tokyo close. Do you see how it breaks the rules there? See how it's supported, so you'd be buying it on this retest, but then Tokyo's closing, London just opened, so it breaks through and then it stalls and then it breaks above. That's kind of the behavior you'll see at opens and closes of session. It just kind of breaks some rules. So you can't, I don't like to trade right in here. You got to give it some time. That's just another good lesson learned here. Okay, so it's swinging up. Let's see what we get here. This is what we're going to get to. Okay. All right, so it's coming along. There was some news at Great Britain. 3:30 in the morning, the Swissy had some news also. Okay, so now it's up around 28.43. It's moving along hard. Let's see what I mean. Look at how it retests from the bottom, breaks above, retests this area within a few pips. Now watch how. Let's see if it can make. See how it couldn't make new highs. See how it's struggling. There, it's touching this line. Now it's really trying to get back up here, and it's struggling. You see this? Okay, bam. Now this is not shocking because see it goes up, retests. Look at it, can't make highs, and now it's wedging. It's just pinching in here. So when this breaks down, it's not a surprise. It's just it can't go up. It's got to go down. Now let's see what happens here on this back retest of this line. Okay, now there's a fast profit. Do you see that? Support breaks, does a retest. You take it off at that cluster. There's profit right there. Now if it does it again, you can sell it again. It's got to come down here. You take profit. Now it's in a free fall. You're golden, right? Here's a couple of entry points right there. Bam, you take profit before here. This hits, you're taking profit. Look at this wick. Came right back into this area. Let me pause that. Okay, so do you see the power here? This is a level of support. Let me change this to not array. Unselect array, and then it's just a little line. Okay, so look at this. Do you see how this comes to this level and it goes up retest? You sell it. You have to take profits here. You have to in this area. Look at that to the pip. Look at that. It's right there. It stops. Now, when it comes back up here, you're either out of break even or you keep it out of the way and you watch it. And sure enough, look, it does a back test one more time. You have to take profits here. You do, and it just plunges. So you're doing good. You're still in. Okay, it's flying along. You know, let's see what it does now. I'm looking for a hook point in here somewhere. It's going to come down here and give me another touch point. Well, I can go to here. Watch. I'll go to here. So this is early. So it came, you know, and if I'm looking at this, look at this, how it pinches. US opens, and then I add a line down here, let's say. Wow, look at that. Third time, once, twice, third retest. Look at its lower highs. Let's see what happens here. Okay, pop to new highs. So everything is screaming up. Do you see this? Uptrend, uptrend. There's no confusion here. You should be watching for buys on these retests. Okay. So let's see. So there it touches this line. Now you buy it. Let's say you buy it here. Let's see what it does. Because if you got in a sell here, you're profitable down near this grid, but this wipes you out. So now it's going along. It's an uptrend. You buy it here. It's got to continue to make new highs. If it doesn't, you're watching this close and following this trend line, because once it starts breaking down, you got to be out of here. So let's see if it can get, yes, look at there, success. Okay, so you have to take profits off. Oops, I lost my line. Hold on a second. You have to take profits off. If it's an uptrend, you buy it here, you have to take it off at the previous swing. Look at that. Went right through there. Boom, you're profitable. Now you're watching this line. You're in down here. You got to hide behind this grid. You're watching it. It's moving along. And let's see what it does. I'm going to connect off here. and be out here ready to connect again here. I'll turn it to array. Okay, so you see how it touched. It touched once and twice, and I'm going to give you a little square here. Okay, so I'm connecting it there. Okay, and I'm connecting it right there. Now look at this. I'm going to see if I can change color here maybe to make it, I don't know, see if you can just do a different color there. See how it touched it once, touched it twice, third time right there, then it broke. See, so these two are my connection points. Touch, testing, testing, testing. Now let's watch what happens. Now I'm looking for a retest. Now this is a 5-minute. This is where I got in on a sell right there. Okay, so I was watching this, and I sold it right here. So what are your rules? Okay, you have to take profit here. Is everybody clear? Everybody agree? You see this? Breaks, dojis, has to take, you got to shut it off, take profit 1, take profit 2, somewhere in this area, because this is previous support. Ready? Now watch what happens. Being patient, 5-minute charts, being patient. Bam. See that? You're profitable right there. And that's about 15 pips, I'm pretty sure. Look at that. Boom. Look at that. It had to go to this grid. Check this out. Now it had to go to this grid. Now, so you take profits off. Now you're watching this, and everything is in an uptrend, and you're selling it here. You're looking for new lows. If there's no new lows, you need to throw caution here, okay? So we watch it, and now it makes new highs. Now we got to watch this back test. See, so now you got to, it's crazy here. You have to be patient. Either you take this profit and you stay out of the way. It's a 5-minute chart, and you let it cycle because you know it's starting to turn over. And so if you didn't panic here, or you added it again, look at this. Here's the touch. Here's the touch now. And I lived through this because on a 15-minute, guess what? On this 5-minute, it's a quick touch on a 15, and then there's a candle closes, and then this is really fulfilling a 15-minute chart break and a retest on a 15. So there's 2 tests on a 5, is 1 test on a 15. So I didn't panic, I'm fine. So I'm watching this. Boom, look at there. It just pounds through. So I'm like, okay, man, I'm going to get rich today. And so there it goes. And I'm watching. Now the London close is coming up. See this? So this box is the London close. And I'm trying to watch this to make sure it continues. But I know at the London close it's going to swing a little bit. So I got to be patient. There it goes. Watching it work through. So now I'm waiting for this 15-minute. It has to make sense. Okay, so now I'm going to draw another line, and I'm going to go from this bottom, and I'm going to connect this guy. Let's see what happens. Okay, so now it didn't quite make the high. London's closed. London's closed, didn't quite make the high. And then here's the other thing. On this back test, you're looking for a couple of points. So I'm going to go from here to here. And I'm going to take these blue guys to say that, okay, now I'm going to go off here, and I'm going to go off here. You see that? So it's a rising trend line. It breaks. It does a retest. And now I have 2 points for this. And guess what it did now? It just touched right here. Okay, so now let's see what happens. Okay, it's struggling, touches it a little bit, and goes above. Now, this is where it's time to shut this. If you're in this sell and you took profit, you're going to be out, or if you're not out and you're holding it, this is screaming caution. Okay, so I don't know the best way to do this. Just a second. I want to try to let me try something here. I just want you to get that this is a huge uptrend. Okay, so the trend is moving up. Okay, now it's trying to support. It's trying to break down. So it broke, did a retest, but look, it can't go down. Do you see this? This area right here is it's struggling here. Let me change this color. Right, it just cannot go down, and so this area is support, support, support. So now it's pinching. The buyers are here, the sellers are here, and then all of a sudden, let's see if I can zoom in on it for you. Now all of a sudden we got a problem because this is right at this line, it gaps above, and we have to be looking buy at this point. Now watch what happens. Do not be confused. Ready? Boom, look at the power. Now, is this shocking at all? I don't believe so. It is just screaming at us, buy it, buy it, buy it. Okay, so this first little test, profitable, great. Second little retest comes right down, profitable, great. Now it comes up to this, and this is a 5-minute chart. You have to, this is like a video game. You better be game on, okay? You hesitate here, you're gonna get killed. So you have to have a chart trader, you have to have a sniper, you got to have quick fingers, you got to be ready, because this is telling me down. Look at this, goes right down. Next candle doesn't go new lows. This next candle pushes up. This candle closes at this line. This is screaming alert, alert, abort, abort mission, abort, abort, right there. You know, and this little head fake is giving you one chance to get out of any buys or sells that you have and do a buy. Because look at this next move. Just powers up. Isn't that amazing? And let's see where it goes. Guys, it just goes right to the thermal grid. Look at that, 28.51, right to it. Okay? So again, this is all I'm doing is I'm connecting these pivots. It's the wick, the lowest, highest points, and you start connecting these, price just starts to make sense. Let me show you. Again, I don't endorse any indicator at all. All I use, price action is the source of everything in the world in the trading market, okay? And this is all I'm looking at is price action, is I'm looking at what are the candles doing, okay? That is price action. So do you see it goes from this high to this high, and then it goes from this high to this high, and then it goes from this high to this high, and you see how it starts to round itself out here, and you think it's going down until it starts holding at this bottom. See this area? It just, and again, another grid, 2807, 2805. Look at that, to the pip, to the pip. It just support, 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 and it's trying, and this is telling you the buyers are not going to have any part of this downtrend. Here's another big thing. Look at how it goes from this bottom to this top to this bottom to this top, but it stops. Do you see this? See this gap right here? It could not get here, and then it goes back to the top. It's just simple. It has to go up right now. It just doesn't misbehave. It just follows these rules. So now it is crazy because today I'm going to show you there was a ton of news, which can be, you know, extremely confusing to new guys and gals out there. Today is what? Today is the 18th. So, sorry, January 2012, 18, and let me bring this right to that box there. See this? So look at there's 4 a.m., 7:30, 7:30, 8, 8:15, 8:15, 9:30 Canada, and so there was a lot of this crazy news, and it was I don't understand why some of this news was going against the news, and this is what I'm trying to see consistently for some patterns here. This should have been going down, but again, I try not to get too confused on hunches or the you can't argue with the charts, right? It's uptrend, uptrend, uptrend. It tries to go down, but overall the trend is up, and it just pops here. And so I just encourage you to draw your lines, and you will be shocked at how much this makes sense. I mean, look at how many times it supports a line. Okay, so we put in this pivot low, just these 2 points. Let me grab this for you too. Okay, I connected it from here to here. Now here's what's interesting. I don't mess around over here. I take the Tokyo low. You see that? Is I'm inside the Tokyo session. I take the low to the next pivot low, and look how it interacts at this line. Look at that. All the way into London to the pip. I mean, you just cannot argue that someone in the world is trading this line, right? I mean, this is an area. It's a little. It's sloppy. There's an area. A little bit of slop. There is no slop there. Okay, there's no slop there. There's no slop or confusion there. There. And what I find is, you get around 3-4 times, it's going to break. So I'm trying to catch these lines as early as I can. Okay. And then look at the grids, how it respects the grids, the trend lines and the grids line up. It's coming from the bottom to sell it here. But again, the trend is up, so this is not your best. Your best is buying it here. Selling here is risky because it can break and really spike up on you, right? So it is in an uptrend. The highest, in other words, if you're going through these guys, these are scalping. You take as fast as you can, you scalp it. These 2 points are there. When it comes back, now you load the boat. You buy it. Look at that. Up it goes. It comes down. You buy it. Up it goes. Comes down. You buy it. Then guess what? What's cool about this? Look, if this breaks through, guess what it does? It comes back. And it comes right up. You shut off a buy, profitable, flip it to a sell, bam, take profit here. It comes back up, you sell it, bam, take profit here, right? And then comes into this pinch. You got to be quick here. Either you're shutting it down, you're break even, and if you're quick fingered, you can see this pattern gapping here. You really got to be involved. And when this starts getting above here, you buy it, and pow, there's your breakout. Okay. So anyway, just a quick deep market analysis, trend line trading, thermal price grids, support. So this is what I call support resistance, is horizontal. Thermal grids, support resistance. Trend lines are angled lines, and I showed you how to draw those. So anyway, hope this helped. Let us know. Send your emails into support and let us know how you're doing. We appreciate your feedback. We want to do everything we can to help you be successful. Okay? Have a great day. See you tomorrow.